Okay.
I'm waiting for the intro song.
Welcome to the Average Minute, coming at you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Man,
it's a me.
that about wore me out.
Oh,
Furniture repair.
so if you are wondering why Whip is out of breath, we just had to fix bar stools because,
I about killed myself on
yeah, you almost ate shit.
I did.
You just went to,
Your chair almost fell apart on me.
yeah,
Well, part of it did.
but we were able to get them kind of repaired.
Yeah.
So we got stools. Yeah. A couple screwdrivers, couple Allens. It's fine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to the Average Minute. Again. It's a me.
And to me. Tasty.
That one's pretty good. That's the Wolcott.
Oh.
Went with. Turns out I have like this much in like all my bottles, and I'm like, I don't want to finish that bottle yet.
But I want one.
Yeah. So
Can't finish it yet.
I had a couple on Sunday after
Yeah,
the
Father's
golf
Day?
tournament. Yeah, because Father's Day.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Because
everybody.
yeah, we said that last week. So retroactively, if we forgot anybody, happy Father's Day to genuine, real, actual fathers, and then the people like us. It was pointed out to us on Sunday
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't
that
it?
stepdads don't really count.
You're not real fathers.
It's
but,
not. It's not really the same thing.
like, all right.
Could he have jammed his foot any further down his own throat? Then we're not going to name any names.
no.
I don't want to burn anybody down.
No.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
So what you don't want to do is show up on Father's Day to a golf tournament and talk to a couple of stepdads, for
Yeah.
lack of a better term,
Yeah, I guess.
and tell them how stepdads aren't real dads.
Like, oh,
So
okay, thanks.
cool. Hey, have a good day. Love you
Yeah.
too, bro.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's always kind of that's always kind of been the thing with me, like it's. I can't tell you how many times I fielded the question, are those Kelly's kids? Oh, those are Kelly's kids, and I'm like, they're, how
our
like
kids,
we're it's a yes.
Yeah.
The answer to your question is yes, but also no.
Mine too. Yes. Not mine, but yours.
So, yeah. Hey, how's your wife and my kids?
Fantastic.
Okay. Well, we're off the Father's Day thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good tournament this weekend.
It was all right.
Well, you didn't get a tiny check, but
No, I haven't yet this year. I've been eating nothing but shit sandwiches. I will tell you that, not to go, because I'm not going to go off on the golf tangent, because I refuse, because it turns out this is no longer a golf podcast.
all right.
But had a lesson
Oh,
last night.
perfect.
I mean, I didn't go into it that way. I went into it about how I was playing over the weekend.
So what you need to do is have him come up to Prescott as a guest. I'll put him with you in your foursome.
No.
3 swings.
Bro.
He can leave after
How
the
many
first hole.
times have we played with him?
Twice.
How'd that work out?
For us, all right.
Did it?
For him, well, yeah.
All right.
He
So
got- he got upset after we
we're out on that.
called him out.
Yeah. Another bogey for Milos.
Yeah. When we all birdied.
All right.
That's great.
Yeah, golf is golf. It was bad. Tune into, episodes 1 through 100 if you want to hear us talk about golf.
So here's what's baffling my mind, though. The chapter money leader is still Bob Mooney,
Yeah.
and he's only played 2 tournaments, and that was our
Well,
4th tournament.
He got second place.
Second place
tournaments.
both times.
So,
Yeah,
it turns out it's
he may go all year long without.
maybe good time for him to get injured.
Right? Yeah, he's
So-
doing well, not injured or not playing.
All right. Well, that was good. Good talk on golf.
Yeah.
Nobody's interested.
Oh, that was from last week when we had the little cherub.
I'm like, what is that underneath the tablecloth?
I may or may not have spilled. The stain came out though.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, it's fine. It's close enough. It's whatever.
It's better than your pillow.
Have you? All right. We're not going to talk about my pillow.
So what's happening? Everything good?
You know, with everything that's going on in the world, I'm just waiting for the nukes.
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
I seen a thing that I couldn't relate to more. That was like, hey, if they're going to start sending nukes, hopefully they do it in the morning. Like, I don't want to fucking go to work and then come home to nukes.
Right.
Like, just do it in the morning.
Fuck, my house is gone. God damn. And you're on the side of the mountain, the white tanks. So if they hit the Palo
Dude,
Verde
it's not going to
nuclear
matter
power
where you
plant,
are.
pretty much. Yeah.
It's not. We dead.
You're either going to get your house blown apart or the fallout from it.
Either way, you dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's over. I was thinking about that too, because one of the things, so I was having this conversation with somebody. Like, I don't think we as a society, like, kind of understand how much of a threat we're up against when it comes to, you know, foreign countries' ability to,
Yeah.
you know, kind of take out the U.S.
Annihilate us.
And it's not going to be fucking landing craft at fucking Mission Bay.
No.
With, you know, the ramp comes down, it's all chinks coming off.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
like it's not going to be, that's not how it's going to go down.
No.
They're not going to be landing in fucking Houston,
No.
you know, or whatever. Like it's not how it's
They
going
won't
to
be
go
landing
down.
in Miami.
No. They already are, but that's
a different
you know.
story.
It's going to be more of a long game, which has already been going on for years.
Absolutely,
Like
yeah.
we have the people that were our foreign adversaries that we're up against, like they're so already heavily embedded in our country that
Absolutely.
if they decide one day to just flip the switch, activate whatever, do whatever they got to do. I mean, we're talking like EMP type shit.
Absolutely,
Like just
yeah.
take out our grid.
Yeah.
They can do it.
Yeah. That's like when all the 18 to 24-year-old Chinese men were crossing the border last few years.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not
It's
from
like, wait a
they're,
minute.
they're not from Guatemala.
First of all, how did they get out of China?
It's yeah,
They were let out and
Yeah,
shipped
for
over
sure.
here. And how did they get over here from China without being
probably
noticed by the Chinese?
Probably sponsored by a USAID, you know, NGO.
Probably could be, yeah.
So
And then, you know, our governor just vetoes everything with China buying up land around our Air Force bases.
right.
No,
Yeah.
they can do it. No problem.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
What are you, racist?
Yeah. Yeah.
So hey, that got me on a whole different. Like I was thinking about back in the day, you know, World War II, after Pearl Harbor, when we just arbitrarily rounded up any Japanese person and threw them in internment camps.
Yeah.
We called them internment. It's more
It wasn't
professional sounding.
concentration. Yeah. Yeah.
Or, you know, we weren't gassing them or
Right.
whatever.
We were just holding them.
Yeah, just, you know, like regardless of their standing
Hawaiian.
in the
No, you're
society.
not.
Like, oh, you know, you got that one weird eye. Tracy was like totally enforcing the, the dude's got a slant eye.
Yep.
Round him up.
Get them in there.
But I'm sitting there and I'm going, well, I don't know. What's the move? Like, would I have done anything differently?
Back then?
Yeah. I mean, you imagine it's 1941.
You were at war,
and you're
though. I mean,
literally invaded by another country,
Yeah.
bombed the shit out of, shit ton of people killed,
Yeah.
and you're looking around. You got all these Japanese people there, and you're going, well, do we want to roll the dice and just hope they're probably cool,
Yeah.
or like, is this a legit invasion? You know. In hindsight, it's one of those things where you look back and everybody likes to, oh, you know, that was a dark spot for us. Like okay, in hindsight, yeah, it looks bad,
Right.
but how do we know? Like, had we not, what's the alternative? What would have happened? What could have happened had we not rounded everybody up and locked them up
Right.
temporarily?
Yeah.
You know, what?
I mean, they didn't
What would
make it
happen?
to the California coast. They just went to Hawaii because that's all as far as they can go.
Well,
their-
that's not necessarily
with their
true.
planes.
We got the people landed in Oregon.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I mean, not
didn't know
not
that.
that same day, but yeah, it wasn't like a huge force, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, no. everybody likes to think that the only time we've been like invaded by a foreign country was Pearl Harbor. Realistically, like Nazis landed on the East Coast.
Yeah.
The Japanese landed in Oregon.
Russians come over all the time.
You know, I mean, we got Mexicans all over the place.
Right.
It's, you know what?
So, I don't even know what to say.
It's no,
They're all in LA though, so we're all right.
no, they're not. Turns out they're not.
You didn't see all those flags flying in LA during the riots?
There's a lot of them there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them here.
True, there are.
There's a lot of them here.
because our governor.
No, not because of our governor.
Well, they've been here for a while.
Yeah. Our dude. Anyway, so it turns out, if you know, you know. I'm not. I love Mexicans. I love almost all Mexicans.
And their food is fantastic.
There's some Mexicans I don't care for, but there's also there's also
some white people I don't care for either.
There's lots of white people I don't care for. Yeah, one guy in particular comes to mind right now. Let's not name names, but you know who you are.
You talking about Willis?
You know, so it's not a nationality type thing. It's just more of a, if you're a shitty person.
Right, exactly.
I'm not a big fan.
If you're cool, I'm cool.
Yeah.
If you're a dick.
But let's not pretend we haven't been invaded ever
absolutely.
As a country. We get invaded all the time.
Right.
That's going to go over like a lead balloon.
Probably.
Whatever.
It'll be a
you know what?
short
I'm going to go to what do they call that when you got to go to camp and get like re-educated or whatever? Probably going to get sent to re-education camp. Re-indoctrination. I'm going to go back to public school.
Go back to the KKK.
It's probably fine. No, I unlike you, I wasn't raised in the Klan.
I was raised Mormon. But
Okay.
That's a different
Well,
clan.
That's
a different clan.
It's the same thing.
I wasn't raised Mormon. though.
Did you watch that video I sent you?
I did.
And does that explain some things?
It's yes and no.
That's
it's
legit.
deep, man.
That's legit teachings from the Mormon Church. Is that literally the people that sided with Satan became all the people with darker skin tones,
Yeah.
and those that sided with Jesus to be the savior of earth, that's all the lighter skin tones.
Yeah.
You know, that's not. I'm not making that up.
No.
I'm not being
That's how it
hyperbolic. That's
started.
literally
Yeah.
from the teachings of the Mormon Church.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, they're with Satan. Them blacks. You know, it's like, and then all of a sudden they just go, "Ooh, this probably isn't going to go over so very well." We'll allow them.
Yeah. They can come in.
You know what? Oh, they're starting to make their own money. We need some of that. We'll
Pass the tray around.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we pay them now? Yeah. We need that. Yeah, let's get some of that. It turns out, yeah, it's all but it. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, where I was going with the whole being invaded thing is, how ready are you for? And I'm not talking about, dude. If it's nukes, there's no prep.
Nothing you can do.
You're dead.
Yeah.
You're just
We're
gonna.
done.
You're either gonna die immediately,
you think they'd get here,
or
though?
it's gonna be a fairly slow but agonizing death.
Yeah.
You know, but either way, you're not escaping. It's just over for you. What I'm getting at is, if they take out the grid,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Especially now since it's hot as fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Are you? What is the move? And I was having this debate with somebody at work. Is do you just immediately leave as quick as you can to get the hell out of here? Do you go, I got to get to somewhere where I might be able to survive without AC, running water, lights, that kind of
Like
thing?
higher country,
Yeah, like
cooler
go
climate
up
type
north
thing.
where,
Yeah.
hey, maybe there's food sources like animals.
But is everybody going to go up there?
Well,
though?
that's no, because who's capable of doing that?
True.
Because understand, the roads That's not going to be a thing. It's not going to be like an I Am Legend situation where you're the last guy and all the roads
Right.
are just open.
Right.
Like we're talking, you're not
It's
going
going
to
to
be.
be, yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm going, I wonder how much gas I could get, like carry in the side by side, and I could literally drive the side by side almost anywhere
Right.
to get out, like
Right,
around
yeah.
here. Like I
Yeah.
could take it and I could get up north if I
Right.
needed to. And I'm sitting there going, why would you abandon, like, leave your home base? Like, you're, for the most part, until you can't defend yourself, you're pretty
Right.
much safe.
At least you have 4 walls and a roof over your head.
Right. And, you need to have a system in place where you can defend yourself.
Right.
But how prepared are you, and what's your move? Do you try to get out, or do you stay put?
I
Do you
think I s-
go seek out community? Like,
Well, yeah. I think I stay as long as I can, but I know where, some of my good resources are that live close to me,
so,
you know.
and how well do you trust those
Them?
resources? Yeah.
I trust them pretty good.
Because how fast does society break down
Oh, it'll break down
when
fast.
it's literally like tooth and claw, every man for himself, life or death,
Absolutely.
protect your
Yep.
family. And I was having this debate, and they were like, I'm not going to name names. They were like, oh no, you're assuming everybody's bad, and most people are good, and they're going to want. And I'm like, yeah, that's all great
Until they aren't.
I'm that way too. Like
Yeah.
I would immediately be like, okay, let's gather everybody
Yeah.
up. Let's pool resources. Let's, we can defend each other. We can,
Right.
help each other get food, shelter, all this kind of stuff.
This is our compound. Type
And then
thing.
all of a sudden, when it comes down to like, there's enough food for your kids, but not my kids
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
who's more important?
Right.
That's when shit starts getting scary.
Yeah.
And so that's what I mean. Like, how well do you trust those that are closest to you to go,
Right.
It's going to turn into some Donner Party shit.
Yeah, and it even comes down to your family. Do you trust your family enough to, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's who do you trust? It's anybody can turn on you at any time.
Right. So
It depends on
therefore,
how desperate they get.
do you pool everything together with those people, or do you go it alone and say, hey, wish you well, good luck, love you?
Yeah, but then going alone, you're
out.
going after all these freaking compounds and stuff.
Right. That's what I mean.
And what happens
Like,
when you
what's-
run out of stuff? You gotta go. You
what's
gotta
the
go
move?
get it.
Well, you gotta see that's the thing. If you bone out and all of a sudden you're in the wilderness,
there's
you're
a lot more
number
stuff
one
up
is
there, yeah.
shelter, food,
Right.
resources, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But you're self-reliant.
Right.
You're as long as you can, I can survive for so long by myself. You
Yeah.
know,
I could probably last pretty long out in the woods by myself
if you had to.
if I had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not.
Until winter came, then I'm like, fuck this. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, if you
But-
had a decent enough shelter, the winters here aren't that harsh.
Well, if you're up north, they are. They could be.
I don't mean here in Phoenix. I mean here in Arizona. Like
Yeah.
it's not. You're not in frickin' Alaska. You're not in Minnesota.
Remember that time in Strawberry or wherever you guys were
Oh
during
yeah,
Thanksgiving?
in Happy Jack when I didn't have a generator and
Yeah.
and Mrs. Average and I
You got 3 feet of snow.
yeah, and we slept. We sent everybody else into the other camper that had a generator and a heater.
Yeah.
And we and it was 18 degrees inside inside the RV. Which was, super deluxe, but
We did that one time in Prescott. It was 19 degrees and our heaters went out. And I had to get up and go change the propane.
But that's what I mean. You can live through that.
Yeah.
It's not anything crazy. Nobody got frostbite.
No.
It was just,
You live through it that night, then the next day you freaking fix it.
right. We did.
I went and bought heaters and everything else.
I got a generator.
Yes.
So,
But yeah, it's scary times right now with everything that's going on. But don't we have like protections against nukes?
how do you mean?
Like if one's
Like
coming,
ability to
I mean,
shoot them down?
it's not going to be like, oh shit, there's a nuke. We see them coming. We know when they launch.
You would think, unless
Well,
they're
I'm
not
sure we
shot
do.
at us.
then how would they? What do you mean? If they're not shot at us?
Meaning, not all nukes have to be an intercontinental ballistic missile from another country.
Okay.
Like, I'm assuming the worst, that we have already been being infiltrated.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
I got you.
shit is out there
You're talking
that
about-
we don't know about,
Gotcha, yeah.
that we're not told about. They're not going to go
Oh.
on the news and be like, so we lost a bunch of uranium, and
We sold it to Russia.
it turns
for
out it's been
$1.
crossing the southern border for the last 4 years. And you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I hear. Yeah,
We don't have any idea
it wouldn't
what's going on.
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
How big of a device does it need to be in order to go into and get detonated?
They don't.
The shooting it from altitude isn't what makes it detonate.
Right.
Like the falling, the
No.
it's
They could time. They could put a timer on.
yeah.
Yeah. No. I was thinking of, Russia or
Yeah. Well,
China
no,
or
that's
whoever shooting nukes.
that's definitely a threat as well, especially when you consider that some of these countries have hypersonic capabilities.
Have
where
you seen that video of
it's
the
nuts,
hypersonic
dude.
freaking?
It's nuts.
It was like a blink of an eye and it was bam. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
What's the defense?
I don't know if there is one.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy, especially with everything going on with Iran now.
Whatever.
So, all right, riddle me this. So, say we use that bunker buster on their, what is it?
The Ayatollah guy.
No,
Oh.
out there on their nukes facility. I can't think of the name of the enriched uranium.
Mm-hmm.
And we blow all that up. Mm-hmm. Isn't that now a fallout area? Even if it's underground,
not necessarily
because it's not enriched yet, or is it? Some of it's got to be enriched if they're that close to a nuclear bomb, right?
Right. Well, I don't think uranium is something you want floating around in the atmosphere.
Probably not.
But it's not the same as
a nuclear device.
It doesn't.
It's not all put together yet.
Right.
So separate, it's fine.
I guess. I mean, so here's the thing. I am not a nuclear scientist at all. I'm not a nuclear physicist. I'm not an expert in fission.
Right.
Fishing. Not a good angler either.
Go fishing in the dark.
Yeah. You and me cold fishing in the dark. Cold fusion? Cold fishing. It's fishing?
Fission, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
It's a plan.
Yeah.
It's these are
thinking
nuclear
about that,
science jokes.
When I wake up at 2:00 in the morning and lay there in bed thinking about shit like I always do, I'm like, well, wait a minute. If we use the bunker, what if they already have a
if they had like an
already?
arsenal of bombs already built up and we went out and blew
What
them
if they
up,
do and
it's
we
gonna blow
didn't
them up.
figure it out because China and Russia's been helping them for so many years.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
But we probably know more than they do about it. You never know.
Maybe that's one way to blow them up without blowing them up.
Right, but
Like
then
we want to drop a nuke on them, but we can't. So we drop a regular bomb on their nukes, so it blows them up. Still nukes them,
right, and then now you have all that shit in the air.
and they can't nuke us back. Well, so we
Yeah,
did
but
it
then
to
it- then it-
fucking
yeah.
Nagasaki. We're still world's biggest firework.
True.
They've been trying to break that record for years.
Yeah. I think it's going to happen in the next few weeks.
So what you want to do is enroll in the average minute re-education camp. I love multicultural, multinational people. Lots and lots of them. I do.
I can tell.
I do.
Off the air, he's
These
not
are
like that.
these are jokes.
Right.
They're jokes.
But in real life.
Yeah, I love them. They're most of them are great. They're mostly great. Mostly peaceful, mostly great.
Yeah, that's the key word, mostly peaceful.
Yeah, they're multiculturalism is mostly great. It's mostly beneficial to society. Dude, I come off as such a fucking and I am so far. That's why
You're even worse off air.
come on. That's why it's funny though.
It's
Is
hilarious.
because I'm not
But see, a lot of people don't
I don't care.
get your stuff.
I don't care.
So they think it's like, oh man, this fucking guy. But in real life, though, it's like
I have no hood in my closet. I have no stars and bars hanging on the wall. I don't. I don't have a General Lee in the garage.
not yet. The fucking podcast studio's not done yet.
Listen, I don't know where my ancestors fell on the which side of the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know where mine fell either on that.
Because, well, actually,
Mine
I take
came
that
from
back.
England, so
I'm related to Andrew Jackson. So he was the first guy in my line that, as long as you're not Native American, you're cool. But he was out on
yeah.
out on Native Americans. Trail of Tears? Oh, yeah. No, they gone.
I don't mean to laugh at that.
When you want the Plain States, you take the Plain States.
That's how it worked back
That's
then.
what he said. He literally went into the Pancho Villa accent.
He did. Oh, fuck.
It's fine. He made him a sweet deal. They got casinos and whiskey. We gave him the whiskey.
Right.
I was driving down to Indian school the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm going, why do we even have it? Oh, it was Sunday when at the tournament on Indian school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do we have Indian school? Like, why is that? That'd be like if you know what? This fall, let's go to Munich for Oktoberfest. Let's travel around Germany, and let's see if we can find, like, I don't know, Auschwitz Boulevard or Dachau Avenue or something. You know, like, do they?
America Lane.
No, I just mean, like, Indian school.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe it's got something to do. I don't know.
there was a fucking Indian school here,
Yeah.
which is,
Is that where it came from?
yeah, it turns out.
I know most of our
It
streets are
wasn't
named
just
after
because they
presidents.
liked those two words put together.
No?
They're like,
There was an actual school?
that sounds pretty good. No, there was a fucking Indian school. And you know about the Indian schools?
No, I don't.
Holy Christ. Dude,
So, David,
you want to go down, you want to go down that was a dark point for us, like the internment camps.
was it that for the Indians?
Well before the internment camps. So what we
Really?
did was we put all these people
Oh, shit.
on reservations, right?
Yeah.
And then we said, okay, here's the terms of we're gonna make you sign this bullshit treaty that you probably can't even read, but
Right.
just make your mark right
Sign it,
there.
yeah.
Otherwise, like, we're gonna just wipe you out. But if you don't want to die, sign here. We'll give you all this other land that's nobody wants it anyway.
Right.
But you guys can have it. But part of the terms of that are we basically have
We'll
to
give you room and board.
No, we have to reculturize you guys. Like, you can't be Shawnee or Navajo or whatever.
Apache,
Yeah,
Hopi.
you can, but we're going to educate your kid. You got to learn English. You got to
Right.
cut your hair.
Right.
You got to dress in these kind of clothes, that sort of thing.
No more war
And
paint.
we're taking your kids and we're putting them in these schools
Yeah.
to learn how to be American, right?
Right.
And it was bad, dude. It was bad shit.
And they just called it the Indian school?
Yeah, it was Indian school. Like, that's what. I'm not making it up, dude. You could look it up right now.
All right. I know it's true.
It's a legit, like, dark point in our history.
I'll have to research that. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
And
we have a lot of dark.
but you know how, like, however many years ago during the Trump 45 administration, wasn't that
Yeah.
when they were tearing down all the statues of, like,
Yeah,
Civil
yeah.
War,
Yeah.
Confederate generals and
Yeah.
stuff, and like renaming streets. They even went through Arizona and they were, like, renaming streets to, I don't know, different,
Yeah.
because it was, like, bad connotation from
Yeah.
history. And I'm sitting there going, why do we still want the Indian school
Indian school's
thing?
okay,
Like,
but
yeah,
after
why-
everything.
yeah. So, like, yeah, let's go to Germany. Let's find Auschwitz Boulevard.
Yeah.
And it's probably fine. Now, meanwhile, we weren't, like, exterminating I mean, we were, but we weren't. Like, that wasn't the whole idea. We were not nice to these people.
Right.
But I don't understand why that's like one of the biggest thoroughfares in Maricopa County is Indian School.
It's like, yeah, one of the main drags.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it goes for, like, Indian School is right there.
Yeah.
It's
Then
it's
it goes
a
all the
block
way
away,
across,
and it
all the way
goes all the
across.
way to Scottsdale. You know,
All the way to the res.
it's crazy.
It goes
All the way to the Indian School. That turns out
Yes.
still in operation.
Just pass. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came in third in Division I archery. Third. That's like the Canadians losing the
They
Stanley
s-
Cup.
Right. For 20 years in a row.
Yeah, wasn't it like since 1993 Canadians haven't won the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You guys suck at
Yeah.
your own game.
Again.
Dude, I seen a comedian, I don't remember his name, who it was, but he had a bit about that, he was in Canada and he was just shitting on him for, like, you guys don't even, like, we're better, like, Florida wins the Stanley Cup. We don't even
Right.
care. And he's like, you guys are so bad at your own game. He's like, we don't even consider putting black people in yet because we don't have to, because
We hardly have ice in Florida.
yeah, it's like the Jamaican bobsled team.
Right.
We got Florida hockey teams beating the Canadians at hockey. It's fine.
2 years in a row.
Yeah. So,
I was watching some old, what the hell is his name? Sanford and Son, Red Fox, or is it Red Fox?
Sanford and Son?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it?
I don't think it was Red Fox. It was something else.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I don't know.
I
Maybe
gotta look it up. Now I gotta look it up.
he's talking about sardines and how they're little fish that smell like fingers.
What?
It was one of those reels. He goes, sardines are just little fish that smell like fingers.
Yeah, Red Fox.
Red Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
Some of his old comedy, and he was doing like a roast and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
It's
we're
like,
doing that. I told Dave.
Oh my god.
I told Dave.
Yeah,
about
I know. Why'd you spill the beans on that?
Well, dude, here's the thing, because we're gonna have to be prepared first of
Yeah.
all, and it's unfair to blindside him with something like that because he's gonna want to prepare.
True, but
He's gonna have to hire somebody. And so David,
He's gonna hire you.
dude. The best part was that we actually had to explain to him what a roast is. Like,
yes.
so David, what a roast is, and he's like, I don't even know.
Huh?
Like the number 3 at Arby's or what? No, we're not. It's yeah. So we're totally doing a roast.
That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be the first. It's going to be the first official average minute roast.
How are we going to get everybody together, or we just have people send in videos?
It's going to be the So David roast. No, it's got to be in person.
You have to, right?
Yeah, that's why I said, because if it was going to be a video thing, first of all,
It's not the same.
it's not the same.
Yeah, I hear you.
Jokes over recording don't land. Like you need in person reaction.
Right.
That's why we got to do it before the birthday trip.
Yeah.
Is get everybody, friends, family, get everybody together and roast the shit out of it.
Christmas. The average Christmas party.
Well, people
Or
are pretty
not.
busy during there's things going on.
Is there?
But that'll be the first official average minute roast is we're going to roast Sexy Ocho. The average minute presents Sexy Ocho,
Sexy Ocho roast.
the roast. Yeah. The So David roast.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, it is. We got to record it, and then we'll put it out as its own episode. Is the roast?
Yeah.
The So David
We
roast.
won't be live like this.
No.
But, yeah.
Well, we're not
Or
live right now.
I guess not. Huh?
We'll just put it out as an episode, and it'll be great.
4-hour episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I mean, we'll have to have somebody edit it down, to take all the
Oh, can you imagine all the shorts from that one?
bullshit. Yeah, there's gonna be some content. So if you're interested in contributing,
Yeah.
if you know If you know David and you'd like to contribute
Mr.
to
Sexy Ocho.
the roast of David Rodriguez, go ahead and write in to the Average Minute. We'll take all your ideas and
Yeah.
make them better. We'll just steal your ideas and not give you any credit for
Let
it
us know what you want to roast him about.
at all. Yeah, just throw out some ideas, and or if you have super embarrassing stories or anything like that, we'll probably keep it private.
I know a few.
Save it for the roast.
Yep.
Where are we at? Can we take a prostate break
I
yet?
hope so because I need a drink.
I feel like we should.
We got to be like
I think I can't tell
2
if
hours?
it's 25 or 35, but I think we're somewhere there. I almost hit stop. That would have been bad. Okay, well, we'll be black. You stay in Indian school. All right, and we're back. Listen, there.
God damn it. The shit we talked
Shit
about.
comes up during the prostate break. Do you want to?
I didn't even go pee. It's all right.
Do you want to tell everybody out there in podcast land you're great? Would you rather? It's not even a would you rather.
Right.
It's just a shitty situation.
What's the answer to this question?
So what's your move?
So
Okay, here's the setup.
so
What is it again?
So
You're 3 inches in your mom.
mom
Your dad is
is
3 inches in you.
Do you move
What
forward?
what direction are you moving to get out?
Forward, back.
What's your move?
Well, I said I was going to turn left and get out of there, but you said no. You're fucking spit roasted.
Yeah, dude, you're stuck. You're in
so-
and you're in. He's in. Any movement at all
Yeah.
is there's something's liable to go off.
What were you saying?
And I said I'd go full Mormon, dude. I'd soak.
Yeah,
Like
but
just hold still.
okay. Here's the dilemma. You got to be hard to be in your mom.
Right. Oh.
Right.
Huh?
I know. Is it, which way?
Well, if you don't move, maybe it'll just go away. Maybe it'll just
I don't know. I don't know. You wait for it to go down and then step out of it.
well, then you're just out.
What if your dad? It's a horrible question.
It's a horrible. This
Horrible
is
question.
to even give it any thought is.
It was a reel I seen.
I
I'm
know.
just like,
We
oh
didn't
my
make it.
God.
We didn't come up with it. Somebody in
No, somebody else came up with it.
West Vertucky fucking came up with it.
It was a white guy asking a black guy, and the black guy goes, "Man, the shit you white people come up with is fucking beyond me."
Yeah, and it's not. He's not wrong.
No, it's fucked up.
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
It is. It's a fucked up. Who even comes up with that?
I don't know.
That dilemma.
I don't know.
Like, is that like
How
from
would you
experience?
How would you get in that situation to begin with?
Yeah, you don't just wake up like that. Take an Ambien, and then all of a sudden you do shit that you don't even know you're doing, like cooking a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Take one of those 100 milligram.
No, because you're aware. You're aware of everything that's going on. You just can't do anything about it.
Right.
But you're not doing shit you wouldn't normally do.
True.
Like if you're on an
guess.
Ambien, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden you go drive your car around or go do things, you're just like doing things and you have no idea. You're literally asleep, but you're not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You've never heard any of those Ambien
no.
stories?
No.
Dude, there's a guy that like would cook a whole Thanksgiving dinner. Like take a couple of Ambien and then go to sleep, but then you're just like up walking around.
Like
doing
sleepwalking
shit.
type thing?
Yeah,
But you're
sleepwalking.
awake? Yeah.
But then you go and you wake up in the morning, you're just like, was there a dinner party here? Like what even happened? Or they leave the house and they go drive around, or they there have been people like that have killed people and have no
shit.
no idea because
Did they get off?
they're not even there. They're not cognizant of what's going on, but they're doing it. It's weird.
Oh.
That's the only logical explanation is if
you're on Ambien,
if I was
that
on an
happens.
Ambien or something, because otherwise,
What was the other one he was saying about? Would you rather Hogan?
oh yeah.
What was it?
Would you rather fuck Hulk Hogan with a vagina, or Who was the female
the
with a
other one?
dick?
Yeah, I can't remember the other
And
one.
the dude picked Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It's like,
The guys go, what? What position? He goes,
Yeah.
missionary. He goes, what, you're going to look at him? What do you want to look at Hulk Hogan for?
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, brother.
Reminds me, get over here and suck your wife's dick.
Right.
Oh, God. Some of the shit we send back and forth to each other, too.
It's, oh, you know what? That's protected by, that can't be brought up in a court of law ever,
It's
I don't
the
think.
boys.
Yeah, it's the boys only.
Fuck. It's good stuff.
It's great. Yeah.
It makes you laugh.
Yeah, you're 3 inches in your mom, and your dad's 3 inches in you. That's the best.
You know, it makes you think
It does make you think. Well,
that you never
it
want to be in.
shouldn't. Like, why did you just make me think about that? That's not okay,
It's for the podcast.
I suppose. Y'all are welcome.
Yeah.
Good morning, Missy.
Yes. All right. Oh,
Yeah. I forget, dude. There was something else that I try to think, but nothing happens. There was another something or other where I'm like, man, I got to talk about that. And now I can't think of it at all.
yeah.
Like, at all.
Excuse me.
It was something that was super interesting, too, at the time when I thought about it.
Was it those reels you were sending me about the mythical stuff? And what did you send me today? You sent me some.
Oh, I tried to fix your algorithm. I tried to help
appreciate
repair
that.
your
Yeah.
algorithm.
That's way.
Well, somehow, randomly, it's almost
Just
like
popped
they,
up?
it's almost like they go, "Are you still interested in this?" Like, we've noticed that you're going down all these weird rabbit holes. Are you still interested in?
Let's get you back on track.
Are you still interested in blondes that
With
golf
big tits.
or skateboard or
Like what?
generally just wear almost nothing and do lots of things?
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out I am.
like-
yeah.
That sounds like something I might
Let's see if Whip's interested in
spend a
that.
few seconds on. Then I go, here, this might help.
Yeah.
Send it to you.
Yeah. You
like,
gotta
"Gee,
get your
thanks."
elbows together. Get your elbows in.
Right.
That's easy.
It's amazing how horrible her swing was.
Oh, it's horrible.
Well, the caption was,
didn't even
did
notice
she
the
even
swing."
swing? Yeah.
Did
So
she have
anyway,
a face?
You could probably figure out what
Yeah.
we're talking about. It's, you know.
Did that jog a memory?
So, David, what voluptuous means is, you know, Jessica Rabbit or, who's the definition of voluptuous right now? Aside from Sydney Sweeney
Paige Spernick.
and the bathwater.
Paige Spernick?
That's not how you say her name, but okay,
whatever
everybody
it-
knows who we're
whatever it
talking
is.
about. You got the page right.
Just not the book.
Trying to think. What's her name?
I don't know. This is riveting.
No, dude, it's on the tip of my tongue. I wish it was on the tip of my tongue. Good morning, Missy.
Morning.
No, what's her name? The one from, Christina Hendricks.
Who's that?
Look up voluptuous on Google.
Voluptuous?
I guarantee you she'll be in the top 10, probably.
You talk amongst yourselves.
She's the one, she was in Mad Men, and she's been in a number of other things.
Christina Hendricks?
36, 24, 36.
You know all of her. Is it
No,
with
that's a
C or-
song, dude. It's probably not 36, dude. She's probably like a 42E.
So I got Christina Formella,
No.
Baranski, Christina Ritchie.
Hendricks.
Oh, there she is, right down there. She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. All right, let's see. Let's see what all the hubbub is about.
Let's get an instant reaction from Whip.
She is voluptuous, isn't she? That's not even a good picture, huh?
It's not a good pick. It's not one of her best.
Oh. I can't even. Ooh.
So if anybody out there in podcast land happens to know how we could get a hold of her to have her on the podcast,
That'd be great.
we don't necessarily want her on the podcast, but maybe just here for the prostate break.
Right.
Well, and we'll let you know how it
All
goes.
the images went away. I don't know what happened to the images.
Ah,
they're
weird.
See if I can find one.
They automatically download into your secret file.
I'm surprised I haven't seen this with my right. It automatically downloaded. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't recognize her.
You never watched Mad Men?
I did not. Did not. But I don't see a good picture of her in a bikini.
Well, she doesn't do a whole
she's
lot
all
of
covered up.
She doesn't do a whole lot of swimsuit stuff.
She's all covered up.
She's got a old. It's an older time period era figure.
Yeah.
Like she was made for that show, Mad Men,
Right.
like from the 60s.
She's almost like a Jessica Rabbit type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hear
like it's not the what people are looking for so much right now.
Right. Yeah, they keep showing the same pictures.
It's fine. We don't need to spend a whole lot of
Horrible.
time on it. Horrible. It's not horrible.
I don't know who she is. That's horrible pictures.
Yeah. Well, you got to be into redheads. Redheads are fucking crazy. They're fucking nuts, dude. For sure.
Yes. They are.
And I'm about it.
I think
because you know how I'm into like fucking crazy chicks, dude.
Right.
Like fucking crazy.
Aren't you? You're a ginger, aren't you?
No.
No.
A ginger?
Well,
No.
it nicked you, didn't it?
A little bit. I'm Irish.
Yeah.
So I got some red.
Yeah. Your beard's a little
bit. I got some red in there.
It glistens in the sunlight.
It's not, I'm not full leprechaun or anything.
No. You couldn't be with going every weekend to the lake.
No. Anyway, this is super riveting audio. There was something else. I'm trying
to jog your memory.
I might have to throw this
Pause
on.
it?
Yeah. So you can actually go to the bathroom and then
Am I
no,
fidgety
but I'm not going to sit here and in real time try to remember what the hell I was thinking about earlier today.
We'll take another
Or
break.
whatever. We can do it as many times as we want because
That's true.
it's literally seamless.
Yeah, right.
So I don't even have
Are
to
you
say.
gonna don't hit stop?
No, I'm not.
No?
Okay. All right. Listen, we got nothing. I've had a whole other old fashioned. It's been an hour.
Cheers.
I know it's only been a second for y'all out there, but I don't know.
It's been a minute.
We just spent the last hour looking at reels, trying to come up with something. But
There's
turns
some
out,
really good ones that we can't share.
oh no, straight to jail. Matter of fact, right to jail.
Yeah,
No trial, no nothing. Right to jail.
Right. Yeah, it'd be.
Yeah. So here we are. So we got nothing.
Well, you figured out what
So
you were trying to
yeah,
figure
but
out
that's
earlier,
like-
but now it's too late.
It's not
The joke
even.
is-
It's not even a joke. It's just.
It's how everybody knows you know everything.
So all right, fine.
You know
Jesus
everything,
Christ.
though.
I don't know everything.
Well,
and
you act
furthermore,
like you do.
No, but so I'm. For those of you out there in podcast land that haven't heard me say it 84,000 times on the podcast, I work in collision repair. So like, I work at a body shop.
So you're like Judge Judy there.
So what happens is you get a bunch of people that work with their hands all day, and these are perfectly normal intelligence type people. I'm not accusing anybody of being just because you choose to work with your hands and not with your brain. So I don't even mean it like that. I just mean
Wait, what?
no. I just mean
What are you trying to say?
craftsmen, not like analytical or
So if you're a craftsman, you don't use
service.
your brain.
No. Okay, I knew this was going to get me in trouble. I've had way too many old fashions for this. As you can tell, if you've been listening since the beginning of the episode, you could tell I was probably a little more sober. So when we hit pause the last time, John was like, "Oh, we should probably get another drink," and I'm like, "Yeah, let me just go ahead and slam this one." And
Well, I didn't want to.
it worked out great.
Have a drink and take another prostate break.
Turns out, old fashions are pretty good. What I'm saying is, trades people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tradesmen,
They're not.
women.
They're not. They did not choose to.
Well, yeah.
It's not about intelligence or anything like that. What I'm saying is,
Because you don't have to be smart to be a tradesman.
no. Quite the contrary. What I'm saying is they don't have to sit there and think about stuff all day long every day. They do. They you know,
They fix cars.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to think about
you
that
do-
shit.
you
I
do
mean,
tasks.
You can't just like me going out there. I'd have
no,
to think
but
about
you know
what I
what?
gotta
They
do.
could put headphones on. They can play music, podcast, whatever they do. They don't have to be like engaged in analytical thinking all day long.
So the
you know,
same thing you do.
They're doing physical tasks.
You do that too. You put headphones in and just do
Not
your thing.
necessarily, because I got to be on the phone. I have to deal with actual living human beings that have problems that they need help resolving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not one is better than the other or anything like that. All I'm saying is you have people that like to tune out most of the day. So
Yeah.
the
What's wrong
moral
with
of,
that?
the moral of the story is what I'm getting at is I get called in to settle debates sometimes. Like you got people sitting there arguing over something that really makes not a bit of difference to anybody, but they go, come over.
Ken will know the answer
Yeah,
to this.
come over and you settle this. And
So
I'm like,
Ken, if you're 3 inches in your mom,
yeah, no, it's a little more. So today, perfect example. I'm like walking through the shop, and dude calls me over, and he's like, "Hey, you know history?" And I'm like, "What?"
yeah, I do.
Well, no, I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You know about history and stuff." And I'm like, "Well, probably like more than the average American, but
Yeah.
but
would say.
not that I'm an expert. I would not classify myself as an expert. Okay, but yeah, I probably know more than you do, is what I'm saying.
So put yourself up against David. You're an expert.
Yeah, if David is the baseline, I'm
You're
Doctor
winning the Nobel Prize.
Doctor Average, the historian.
Yeah, right.
But let's just say the average American person.
So you work with a bunch of Davids, is what you're
I'm
saying.
probably on the north end of that
Yeah,
spectrum,
I would say, yeah.
but not expert level. Okay,
On some things, you're
I'm talking about just like knowledge of
All right.
history and how the world works.
all right.
I probably have a little bit more knowledge about that type of thing than the average American,
I agree.
which is not to say that I'm fucking an expert in any one thing at all.
Right.
Okay, let's just get that out there.
So what was the
They were
debate
having
you
a
had to
they
fix?
were having a debate about, so one of them was being the Republican and the other one was being the Democrat.
Oh, so it was a good one.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I instantly analyze the situation, but I'm sitting there and I just want to hear
Then look at the Democrat and go, "You're wrong."
The different no, actually, stay tuned.
No.
So the Republican calls me over and he goes, "Hey, you know history?" I'm like, "I probably know what you're looking for."
So David, history is
And he's like taxes. When did taxes start for Americans? And I'm like, well, first of all, define Americans and define taxes. Like, what's the answer you're looking for?
Yeah.
We've been paying humans have been paying taxes since
back in the day.
since we figured out how to have one human
Yeah.
in charge of another human.
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
there's been taxes.
You owe me money.
So define Americans, first of all. Are you talking like colonists? Because it turns out we fought a whole revolution around taxation without representation.
No.
But then were we Americans then, or was it after the Declaration of Independence? Was it after the treaty that we got our independence? Like what are we talking about? So you let them talk.
You are an expert.
No, I'm not. But to some body shop folks, I might seem like I am, but I'm not. Okay, I'm not.
Yep.
So he's like, and I'm getting the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't understand the question. Could you be a little more?
What are you guys arguing about?
Could you be a little more specific? Like, what's the answer you're looking for? Why don't you tell me what the answer is you're looking for, and I'll try to get it for you. And he's like, well, like Roosevelt started taxes for Americans. And I'm like, I see where you're going with this. Okay, first of all, it wasn't Roosevelt.
All right, boys, sit down. We're going to be here a minute.
Especially because I just played golf with Franklin Delano Roosevelt on Sunday, and he probably doesn't listen to the podcast.
Oh, he does.
He got it though when I walked up to
Did
him
you
in the
show him a
morning,
picture?
and I called him Mr. President, and he knew what I was
Because-
like. He knew what I was talking. He is FDR. Tell me he's not FDR. Yeah. So I'm like, first of all, it wasn't Roosevelt. I know where you're going with this, and it wasn't Roosevelt. Okay? If you're talking about income tax on American citizens, that was 1913, and it was Woodrow Wilson was the president.
All right.
But it wasn't Woodrow Wilson. It was the 16th Amendment to the Constitution that was ratified by Congress in 1913.
And you're just rattling all
So,
this
David,
off the top of your head.
what ratified means is, so no, I just told, and again, I'm getting the 1,000-yard stare, and it's like he knows enough that Americans haven't been paying income tax forever, like we just arbitrarily started it at some point
Right.
in the last century, okay? And I go, the 16th Amendment to the Constitution in 1913 is a temporary income tax on American citizens to fund the war effort for World War I.
Right.
We just never repealed the 16th Amendment because reasons,
Yeah.
you know.
Doesn't Trump want to do that now?
Yeah, but
Kind of.
so that gets deeper into the debate, you know. So we got a Republican arguing against a Democrat about, you know, what's good and what's bad and all this kind of stuff. So I had to exhort these folks. And so David, what exhort means, it's like extolling the virtues of, or
So, David, what extolling means?
so I'm talking to, and I'm like, look, it's never going to happen. Like, you guys, have you ever, and I look at the Republican dude, because he's like, oh, fucking Democrats and all this kind of stuff, and the Democrat dude is like, oh, fucking Republicans. And I go, look, we all wear the same Department of Corrections fucking jumpsuit,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
Like, you know why? You know why there's divisions within the prison? I've never been to prison myself, formally, like as far as the Department of Corrections is concerned. But if you consider other types of prisons, we're
Yeah.
fucking prisoners
We're in prisoner, yeah.
to the system.
Absolutely.
Okay? We have the ruling class that are
Right.
the guards and the fucking warden and the state and the, you know,
Right.
and we're the ones in the fucking yard. And I'm from cell block A, and you're from cell block B, but it all says DOC.
You're from cell block know-it-all.
It all says DOC on the back of our scrubs, right?
Yeah, but you're the shot caller.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely who I am in that scenario.
I think so.
No, I got a supple bunghole. It's, that's, you know what? That's a short.
So, David, what supple means?
Yeah, it's like voluptuous.
It's cold.
So I'm just, it's twofold. It's a twofold thing. Like I'm helping people understand like how shit works, but at the
Right.
same time, I'm de-escalating an argument between, because I'm going, look, have you ever heard of the Uniparty? Like, you really think it makes a difference who we have in office in Washington?
No.
Like, this party says, hey, put me in office and I'll do this and this and this. And we all go, ooh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's vote for that. And the other party says, you put me in office and I'll do this and this and this. And that side goes, ooh, we want that.
Yeah.
And we send them to Washington and they do whatever the fuck they want
Absolutely.
because they're all the same.
Then
They're
get-
all on the same team.
Yeah.
We're on two different teams. And as long as we are fighting against each other,
They're making
we
millions.
can't unify to take them out.
Nope.
And they can do whatever the hell they want
Yep.
as long as so in the prison system, and I tell you, I'm like, look, you ever spend any time? you got the blacks, you got the
Mexicans.
Aryans, you got the cartel,
Yeah.
and in the one system, you
know what you can buy
gotta team up.
For a cherry pie?
I don't know. I've never actually been. I've never done any.
You can get a lot for a cherry pie.
Okay, I believe you. So let's talk about that.
No.
How do it know?
I know people.
You've never. So
I've never been in.
You've never been in.
No.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have.
All right. That's it. That's the story. That's a cool story, bro.
Oh man, no. It's yeah.
Didn't you get arrested the night that you met Missy, or that you
Yeah, that night too.
and she was like, "This dude's badass. I got this
Right,
Alan Jackson looking dude. I got to get with this guy."
That's what finalized the deal with Missy. Good morning, Missy.
Was
I love
you getting hauled off in bracelets
I got arrested. Yeah. That
on
night.
a rainy evening
In
while your
in-
whole stereo system is out on the
in
lawn.
Eugene, yeah. Stereo system, my VCR,
Your VCR, my Beta, the Beta Max is on
my
the lawn.
TV. It's all out in the fucking rain. Bastards. It rains way too much in Oregon.
It does.
So I got pissed off. I may
So-
or may not have put a couple dents on a car.
So you don't want to tell the story. It's fine. We don't have to. I'm explaining to these guys that, look,
Yeah.
we're all on the same team. You're a Democrat.
I hear
You're a Republican. I'm a Libertarian, or whatever the fuck. I don't even like to be classified as anything. I register as Republican so that I can vote in those primaries.
I'm registered
That's it.
independent.
But yeah, but I like the primary system.
Yeah.
You
Me
know,
too.
At the end of the day,
I don't know why independents can't go and say, okay, I want to vote Democrat this time and Republican this time.
it's because it would be way too
It'd
easy
be-
for
Yeah,
they need control over the system.
absolutely.
So as long as the system is rigged the way it is, I'd like to be a part of the primary process. So that's why I register with
True.
one side or the
Yeah.
other.
All right.
Doesn't mean I'm straight ticket one way or the other.
Right.
I'm me. It's a me.
It's me.
That's how I'm registered. It's a me.
So how did the argument end in the shop?
Was
it?
It's similar to when you say "so David" so many times, and I just go, I'm done.
All right, you
listening
guys
to this
figured
guy.
it out.
Yeah. No,
You guys are both wrong.
it's one of those. Yeah, exactly. You're both right, and you're both wrong. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Income tax relatively new to our system.
Yeah.
Never going away. As long as they figure out a way to keep us divided, we ain't ever going to be able to change anything.
And they will.
They can just do whatever they want. They're the puppet masters, and that's it. So till y'all can figure out, and that's a way to de-escalate a situation is they go, oh, you know what? He's fucking right. As soon as you take a couple of guys from the paint shop, and you go, let me make a prison analogy, and they go, oh, that makes sense. And all right, y'all go to the commissary. Here's
Go sniff some more paint.
here's some credits for the commissary. Yeah, that's
Bring me a cherry pot pie.
then it pretty much calms down from there. I mean, nothing was gonna get crazy, but it was just
No.
oh, you're fucking wrong. How could you even think that, or whatever? And meanwhile, they're
Yeah.
both wrong.
Right.
And it's like, all right, well, y'all are idiots because there's nothing good about either party.
And that's why you're the boss.
I'm not.
I'm telling you, you're the shot caller at your job. You walk out there, everybody's like straight and narrow.
No, not even a
I
little.
guarantee you.
No, couldn't be further from the truth.
Dude, they call you over for information.
No, that's only because I'm the guy while everybody else is fucking lifting weights and shit out there. I'm reading a book in the corner, and they go, "That guy probably knows some shit. I'm unbiased, but he probably knows some things. Call him not. I'm not the guy coordinating things. Like
You
I'm
won't be unbiased in prison.
could
I
not
guarantee
be.
you.
Well, we're about to find out if
People-
if the group chat leaks. We're
People
gonna
will be
find
coming
out.
after you in prison. I guarantee you.
It's probably. I'll be like Andy Dufresne.
Listen, smart
dude,
ass.
at
Listen,
Shawshank.
smart ass. Right. You think you'd be Andy Dufresne?
No, definitely not, dude. I wouldn't be that. I wouldn't be able to. I'm weak, dude.
David
I'd
would
break
be
down.
the young kid that came in.
Yeah.
talking shit.
Get shot fucking 6 weeks before he's supposed to get out.
Right.
Like, oh, he's trying to escape. No. I'd be Brooks, dude. They'd let me out and just fucking hang myself. Nah.
You'd feed the little birds
Yep.
and stuff.
Oh, yeah, because I'm real good at identifying birds. Did we talk about... Did we talk about that?
I think so.
We did?
I don't know.
So,
I don't
all right,
remember.
well,
It was Memorial
for
weekend,
sake of
so-
not wanting to go back and listen to my own podcast, if you ever, you want to know a way to get somebody that, somebody like David.
David fell right into that. God damn, that was funny.
He's talking about these ducks that look like turkeys or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's crazy, dude. And I'm like, well, if you got a picture of it, I'm really good at identifying birds. So, like, if you show me a picture of it, I'll tell you whether or not it's a bird.
Dude, he's like 60 feet away from the boat. He goes, oh, yeah.
But the verbiage was, if you show me a picture of it, I'll tell you whether or not it's a bird.
Yeah.
Because I'm really good at identifying birds. Right. And he goes and spends 10 minutes in the boat scrolling and he gets all the way back out and comes over and he's showing me these pictures and I just look at it for a few seconds and I'm like, yep, that's a bird.
And he's like, yeah, but and then he's like,
and then
it looks at you.
And I'm like,
you're like, yeah, that's a bird.
Yeah, like I'm not a member of the Audubon Association. Like,
I about fucking fell over in the water, fucking laughing so hard.
I can tell you if it's a bird.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture too, going, yeah, that is a weird looking. I don't know what kind of bird it is. And you're like, yeah, that's a bird. I'm just like, oh,
it sure
fuck.
is.
It sure is a bird.
You're goddamn right. It's a bird.
That was fucking beautiful. Because he'd sit there for a second and just like, well, yeah, but you son of a bitch.
I just let him.
You threw out the bait.
Yep.
He took it and ran with it.
But that only works once. Feel free to use that on your...
it might work again. You never know.
Feel free to use that on your friends that you're constantly explaining stuff to.
You know who I better work on?
What's that?
Bruce.
Oh, you know what? Probably.
I guarantee you that we'll do that in Prescott.
All right. Yeah,
I guarantee you that'll work.
It probably would.
Bruce. You got a picture of that bird? That woodpecker? Yeah. Let me see a picture. I'll tell you if it's a bird.
Yeah. Holy Christ.
Oh, that'd be great.
So that's my story about settling prison yard arguments.
How many times do you do that a week?
Probably once a week.
Just only once?
And it's not always an argument. It's just usually, somebody will be just talking to somebody about something.
You walk by and hear something, you're like, oh, hey.
No, I don't ever interject.
Oh, contrary.
Well, all right. So
bullshit.
So I shouldn't say never.
You hear something and you got to get in it.
No,
I guarantee you.
I promise you.
If it's people you know.
No. So the dynamic at work is totally different for me.
Well, I know it's people you don't hang out with on a regular basis or anything like that.
But it's people that I generally don't care to like. I'm the guy over in the corner reading a book.
Right.
I'm not over spotting the dudes on the weight bench.
Right.
Like that's
I hear you.
I'm like, I'm here. I'm just doing my time. Okay.
Right.
And like that's
a pretty good analogy for work.
That's how it goes.
In general.
I just, you know what?
Just here
don't
doing
fuck
my
with
time.
me. I won't fuck with you.
Right.
Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Just leave me alone. But when there's facts being discussed and there's totally egregious recounting of events or,
and you're listening to it.
And I'm like, and I'm just going, I hold it quite a bit, but there's sometimes where I can't take it. I can't take it right now.
How do you get into it though?
It doesn't matter.
Listen,
I've been in the conversation the whole time, and I just go, actually, it's this, and then I'll just, and then walk away, and I'll go, look, it's this actually.
And they're like, huh?
And I think that's why, generally speaking,
nobody else talks to you.
I can get called over because they go, well,
Ken knows all this stuff.
Yeah, but it's not. Again, it's not about knowing everything. It's about
knowing a lot of things.
It's about knowing enough to,
Is there anybody else I call over?
I don't know, because I don't pay that much attention. Like, there might be. Actually, no, there are, because there's definitely different topics being discussed all day. But when it comes to, I don't know, things like history or current events or
Are they talking or working?
working. What?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's why your shop's a little low.
That's not. It's not.
I'm kidding. You're one of the top shops, right?
Nope.
Maybe you would be if you weren't talking so
We're
much.
just mediocre, dude. Middle of the pack. We ain't the best. We ain't the worst.
I didn't mean to call it your shop there.
It's where I work. It's my cell
mean to-
block
I didn't mean-
Avondale.
I didn't mean to call it cell block A.
It's cell block.
Or D.
Cell block Avondale. It's fine. So, yeah, apparently I'm actually, you know what? That's what I would be. That's who I would be in the Shawshank scenario is I'd be Morgan Freeman.
You think?
I'm the guy that can get things.
You know
Dude,
what?
how
You
many
are.
fucking times
Yeah,
do I get, hey,
All right.
can you get a water pump for a 67 Volkswagen? I'm like, oh, that's not actually a thing. That turns out those are air cooled. What?
And, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You do get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll
just saying.
I'll tell you something off the air.
All right. Why? We don't want to burn anybody down? Get
No.
the steering box figured out?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's another thing.
You know what? I don't know.
For
I
the
think-
CJ7?
Yeah, I think they called the person you.
That,
I think
yeah.
they called them and got every shit. I don't
good. Those guys are good. They know what
know.
they're doing.
I haven't heard the end of that story yet.
All right. So yeah, I'd probably be the Morgan Freeman dude.
Who would
You
that
know,
be?
because it's weird. I'm not that old. I'm not, but I started in the business that I'm in at a very young age. So like I've been doing what I do for like at least 25 years. Right?
Yeah. Morgan Freeman's been in there for that long.
And it's just one of those where nothing fucking gets like it's just kind of
yeah, you know everybody, everything.
it's just
yeah.
it's so
I mean, there's not a lot of shops around Arizona or that. I mean, if you need to look for a job, there's only so many you can go to, right?
right.
So I mean, it's not like, if you go to another prison,
Yeah, no,
you know the same people, because it's probably
yeah.
somebody you've
No,
worked with in the
it's-
past. And
absolutely.
or seen
Everybody
or whatever,
knows
you know?
everybody.
Yeah.
It's good and bad.
Yeah.
Because again,
But you don't burn bridges though, or anything.
I don't necessarily burn bridges, but I'm polarizing.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm a pretty polarizing fucking guy because I don't filter anything. Like I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Right.
I honestly don't give two shits.
Yeah.
So I'm straight up, like I'm straightforward. I'm not going to lie to you, but
No.
at the same time,
You're very blunt.
I'm also not going to, I'm not going to suck your dick either. Like because that's what
you would in Shawshank.
just because that's what you want to hear. Like I'm not going to tell you shit.
You don't think Morgan Freeman sucked any dick
No.
before you got to the top dog?
Absolutely not.
I guarantee you did when he first got in there.
Because he was a smooth talker. He always had an analogy.
Yeah.
He was,
He always made people look bad,
yeah,
like you do.
yeah. He's the old sage, dude.
Right. Yeah. And then old Tim Robbins comes in there, and
Yep. Getting raped constantly.
I'd be the.
That's what you identify.
All right, let's
he
end
was getting
this.
raped all the time.
Let's end this.
That would probably be me.
That's probably me. No,
Dude, that would be David.
that would not be.
Except, although
No,
no,
David
because
would not,
David ain't doing anybody's
he would
taxes.
not do well in prison. No.
He's not building a library for anybody.
So I'm married to a tax person, so I know enough about taxes to get by.
So yeah, all right. Are you
been
putting
talking-
together a library?
Maybe.
Do you know enough about money laundering to pull off that scheme?
Maybe.
Good morning, Missy.
No. I don't. But I could probably figure it out
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
some information that I've
probably.
uncovered. Undercovers.
She talks in her sleep.
No. Dude. No.
It's
Does Mrs.
it's all right.
ever snore?
Yes. Oh yeah, dude. Fuck.
Dude, I'm telling you.
It's bad. Actually, not so much lately, but
Yeah.
a few months ago, like I don't know, around the holidays or so, dude, it was like fuck, fucking
Waking you
aggressive.
up?
It was aggressive.
Dude, I'm telling
sometimes.
you.
It was like so. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
I'm gonna hear
for
about this too tomorrow,
But,
but god
dude,
damn it. It's way better now.
Dude, do you remember the slee stacks? Like it was.
Yes, I remember those. Yes.
It wasn't. It's not a chainsaw thing.
No,
it was.
it's not.
It was a full slee stack situation.
Dude, I swear to God, I woke up one night. I thought there was a fucking animal in our goddamn house, and I was reaching for my gun. I swear to I was like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like
there's a
opening
javelina
the safe
in your
and
bedroom.
shit. There was something in there. I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm just like looking around like, what the fuck was that? You know how you stop and
Yeah.
look and listen?
Is it for real? Did I dream that? Is it
And then you
happening?
It's like, what the fuck? But she's gotten a lot better lately
Yeah.
to where it don't keep me up for hours.
I wonder if it's
and
like a seasonal thing or something.
you know what? I don't know. It could be like allergies or something,
Yeah.
you know? Because I know
because
I
it
snore,
hasn't
too.
it hasn't
I
been
know
it hasn't been an issue lately. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It must be seasonal.
It's weird. I was just. It takes a lot to wake me up because
Yeah.
once I'm out,
Oh.
like, dude, you could.
I know. Me and David.
Kelly
got-
could be running a train, dude, in the same bed, like going full Bonnie Blue, in the like on the other side of the bed, and I'd just be like just having my weird dreams, you know? Yeah. And all of a sudden, dude, I found myself waking up like, what the fuck, dude? Like slee stacks are upon us, like land of the lost.
Yeah. That's
And-
fucking awesome. Slee
Like
stacks.
I'm dreaming
So
of
David,
slee
what slee
stacks
stacks are?
with
fucking funny.
with the crazy eyes, just
Yes. Oh my god! It's like she's gasping for air. Just... it's fantastic.
we're sorry.
Yeah, you do
Good
sleep
morning,
solid
Missy.
because
We're
me
sorry.
and David jumped in bed with you in Mexico.
Well, dude, there was also
time.
alcohol, like copious alcohol.
yeah,
There was copious alcohol.
and then we found out the next day you were naked.
yeah, yeah. Well, good thing it was the next day
Right?
because you know
Thank God we didn't
otherwise
pull the sheets back.
otherwise I might have just gone with it.
That was funny. I think we have
Well,
video.
Mrs. Average and I were
Yeah.
you know, somewhat prolific that weekend, and you guys happened to come into our room.
Well,
At a
you
weird time.
you disappeared. No, Kelly wasn't. Kelly was out on the patio drinking with everybody else.
Yeah, but that was after.
Where did
That
Average
was
go?
after it. So we could. It's and then I'm asleep. She's out. Yeah.
You were snoring. You were laying there like a little cherub.
Yep.
Just
Living my best life,
me and
dude.
David taking pictures, all kinds of stuff.
It's probably the sheet was probably stuck to me, which is why y'all didn't discover because it was
God.
it was probably
For that, because I was behind you.
it was the full starch
And David-
situation.
You look like a glazed donut.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Where are we at?
I don't know. You know what? What are we even talking about?
I don't even know.
This is
This
when
is good stuff.
Yeah, this is when we just what is this podcast
You know what
about?
it is? I don't know.
What's the name of the episode?
3 inches in.
No,
I have no idea.
No, because I'm not Googling that to come up with a
Didn't we
cover
already have
photo
didn't
for
we-
the episode.
Right.
3 inches in your mom?
Oh,
What?
Jesus. Didn't we already do a Shawshank cover, though?
I don't think so.
No?
That's a good one. All right.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. There's a lot of settling debate between
Who can even remember what this was about?
settling a debate on the prison yard.
Something. We'll figure it out. The audience doesn't like to be involved with the
Stay
naming of the
tuned.
episode. Both of them so we got a new listener.
You know what?
So I hear it word of mouth. Like I don't want to publicly shame anybody for. If it's like a closeted situation where they don't want it known to other people that they listen to the podcast, let's just say.
Well, nobody else listens, so it's probably all right.
Well, you don't know.
Okay.
I think we have at least 4, maybe 5 listeners.
Oh, solid listeners
We're
that
up.
listen every year.
Yep.
Ooh,
I think we're up.
wow. Is that because of YouTube or is that because of?
I don't know. I think it's just because we're blowing up, dude. I think
Right?
shit's gone viral.
Fuck.
And
We're getting like almost 1,000 views on some
yeah,
on some stuff. We're killing it.
yeah, we'll get 1,400 views on
And it happens
right.
so fast.
Which, these are bullshit numbers. Like it doesn't matter. Like none of this matters.
Do you remember when when you first published YouTube and you looked, we're like, holy fuck, we got 800 views.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a lot of people.
I'm like, what?
Well, because I'm just used to the Spotify numbers where it's like, three people listen to that episode. You're like, cool. Right. I'm so glad I spend all this time doing a podcast
wasting
for
hours
like nobody
drinking and talking shit.
Nobody listens.
Not fucking 10
It
people.
doesn't matter. I do it for me. I like to get all. You know what? It actually
good
speaking
outlet.
of sleeping better, it helps me because I just get all this bullshit that's in my brain out. Like it's actually a good thing. If I get to the point where I'm like, what could I have to talk about? And I can't think of anything. That means there's nothing left up there rattling around.
Maybe I should start one at 2:00 in the morning.
There you go. Whip finishes the internet podcast. where it's literally just you.
Then what would I talk about if I finished the
You
internet?
don't even have to talk. It's just you on video,
Just me
finishing the internet, looking at reels, doing whatever it is else you do.
That was a visual if anybody's watching.
You know what? You could take that shit. I guarantee you would have lots of followers.
No.
Whip finishes the internet.
No. I don't. No.
Waiting for your coffee at 5 a.m.
3 a.m. when I get up.
Yeah, but
You know what time I got up this
Missy
weekend?
doesn't wake up at 3 to make you your coffee.
Fuck no. No. I tried to sleep in.
So when you have to get up and make your own coffee, do you still go back and lay on one elbow and watch Fox News?
No, I get all the dogs out of the room. We go sit on the couch. I'll have my coffee. I'll get on whatever. I'll turn the TV on. I turn it on
at a reasonable volume.
2. So where I'm going, what they say?
You put on, are you on subtitles yet? Closed caption?
You know what? That's what I should do.
That's
Just turn
what
on
you
the
need to do.
subtitles.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'm going to start doing that.
I can't believe you haven't, because you strain.
Dude,
you sit there and strain to
you know
hear
what?
the TV,
But
and
here's
you
what
have
I
a
do, though.
CC button on your remote that you can.
Well, no, I go through Fire Stick, so it's a little.
It's the same thing.
it's
There's
not.
2 more steps.
There's a lot of steps on Apollo.
just-
I find the.
Oh, because it's China. You
No,
gotta go
it's not
through-
China. It's not China.
China.
I think it's India, but same thing.
Oh,
Same thing.
sorry.
Same
That's
thing.
so much different. It's only
Same thing.
6 billion people instead of
Right.
10 billion.
Exactly. But yeah, the dogs are fucking sleeping. I'm sitting there with my coffee. Yeah, it's quiet as a mouse. I tried to sleep in. What the fuck day? What's today? Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday morning, I tried to sleep in. The fucking dogs are wrestling on the fucking bed. Missy's up and out. I'm just like, what the fuck? I get up and she goes, why are you so grumpy? I'm like, it'd be nice for me to sleep in once in a while.
How'd that go over?
No reaction.
Yeah.
I went and made me a fucking coffee and fucking got over
It generally doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't go over.
It's like, all right, fine. Yeah, I get up. I take all the dogs out, close the door. Even on the weekends, because I'll get up at 6
Mm-hmm.
when there's nothing going on. 5 or 6. I'll go sit outside, have my coffee, be nice and quiet. I don't even wake Patty up, and Patty sleeps like a freaking any sound. She's like, "What? Huh? What?" So, yeah. I'm rambling here because I'm
letting you go.
I know, I appreciate it. I'm not as good
Let's
as
get
you
it
at telling
all out
stories.
so you can sleep tonight.
I ain't gonna be able. I'll sleep pretty good until 5 this morning. 5 tomorrow. I don't know what time is it now. It's like 10 o'clock.
It's like 9:15.
Yeah, by the time we edit everything and
Yeah.
get out of here.
Edit.
I'm trying to make it
Okay.
sound
For those of you out
professional.
there in podcast land,
trying to make
you have probably figured out that we don't edit shit.
This is it.
It's just about getting it off of this stupid Chromebook and getting it uploaded somewhere that'll take it.
So you're almost able to buy another computer, right?
I have another. Yeah, I might as well just buy a whole different computer.
Just buy a whole setup.
You know what
we
I
can
need
move
to
into
do?
the fucking podcast
You know what I
room.
need to do? Yeah, I need to spend like a good
I'll come help you paint.
$100,000 and build out like a sweet podcast studio. I need to get cameras, mics. I need like more than 2 mics, camera system that'll like switch based on who's talking or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be.
I need to figure that out. If anybody out there in podcast land has any idea how to do any of this stuff, reach out, whatever, taking offers.
Yeah, help us out. Somebody knows how to edit.
And we don't need editing. I just need producing.
That too, yeah.
Somebody that can just,
Hey, talk about this.
No, I don't need notes. What I'm talking about with producing is like, the running the switch camera, this, that, maybe
okay.
put up some graphics on the screen, So when I'm talking about whatever the fuck, it could be like, here's the receipts. So I don't have to go, look that up.
Look it
I
up.
swear, look it up. It's true.
Right.
Or it'd be really nice if I'm questioning whether or not I'm telling the truth, which I do a lot of times.
somebody in the
Because
background's
I'll be
looking it
talking
up.
about something, I'll be like, is that true?
Yeah, most of the
It'd be
time you're
nice to be able to
bullshitting.
go, hey, is that true? Can we check that?
Most of the time you're bullshit.
Is that true?
Hey, look that up.
Yeah, look that up. Maybe I'm full of shit, but I feel like I'm right.
Right?
It'd be able to in real time fact check and be like, oh,
That's
right.
your motto. I feel like I'm right.
I do. I feel like I'm right.
That's the motto.
Vote average. I feel like I'm
right.
Tell me I'm not. Tell me I'm not
it.
average. I feel like I'm right.
I like it. That's a
That's
shirt.
the name of the episode.
That's the next shirt. I feel like I'm right.
It's
The
not.
Average Men
It's
Podcast.
not the name of the next. It's not the name of the episode. But
No.
that could be. We just made some new merch today.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not merch yet. It's samples.
Yeah,
but
we'll see. We'll see how they
we'll
turn
see if
out.
it's merch worthy.
Yeah.
But new T-shirts for the podcast.
I like the back of the shirt.
Yeah, it's
pretty
nice. Yeah. Came out pretty nice.
Well, we'll see. It looks great on a picture.
It does, but we'll see when it shows up. And if it shows up good, we'll wear it on. It won't be here for the next episode, but
Well, we can wait until then.
we'll
if
wear
gets
it
here.
and then we'll give them a shout out.
Yeah.
on
Absolutely.
on the podcast.
Yeah, got a lot of shit from them.
But until then,
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here, dude.
I know. I gotta pee.
Well, let's wrap this up.
Then I need another drink.
And I
I
probably
need one for the ditch.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure out the name of the episode. We're gonna spend so much time editing this and making it great for you guys to listen to. Probably
Okay.
not. But till next time.
He does know it all.
I feel like I'm right.